boys and girls. Today is day 19. Now, we didn't meet yesterday, so Matthew's going to show you first egg 18. And now egg 19. The chicken is getting very big. It's touching the inside of the egg on all sides. The feathers are grown. Only 2 more days until our chicks will begin to hatch. Okay, thank you, Matthew. I'm going to put our eggs back in. And as you can see, only 1, 2 more eggs left. I can't wait. And I have to let you in a little secret. Today, when we were observing the eggs, we saw egg number, it was 2 and 7, right, Matthew? Eggs 2 and 7 were moving and shaking a little bit. That means that the chicks are getting ready to hatch. Very exciting time. I have a very fun story today for you. It's a fiction story, and the title of our story is Chicks and Salsa. This book was written by Aaron Reynolds and illustrated by Paulette Bogan. This is a Bloomsbury children's book. Now, boys and girls, when I read this story today, I would like you to pay attention to the setting of the story. Where is this story taking place? I want you to think also about the characters in the story. Who are the characters and what are they doing? Okay, let's begin. There were grumblings in the hen house of the Thatcher farm. The chickens were tired of chicken feed. The rooster took it upon himself to solve this problem. Mrs. Thatcher, the farmer's wife, had started watching cooking shows in the afternoons. The rooster was perched on a fence post outside the farmhouse window when he discovered the solution to his problem. So he is now watching the cooking show too. And here it says, salsa! Led by the rooster, the chickens crept into the garden, where they took tomatoes and uprooted onions. And now look at the tomatoes are growing up on vines, and uprooted onions meaning that part of the root is above the soil. That night the chickens ate chips and salsa, though nobody was quite certain where the chickens got the chips. The tasty tang of tomatoes and onions hung over the barnyard, and the rooster said, "Olé!" Very soon there were mumblings at the duck pond of the Thatcher farm. Inspired by the chickens, the ducks decided they were tired of fish. With the rooster's encouragement, the ducks dipped into the garden, where they selected cilantro and gathered garlic. That night, the ducks ate guacamole, though nobody was quite certain where the ducks got the avocados. The spicy scent of garlic and cilantro hung over the barnyard, and the ducks said, "Olé!" The next morning, there were rumblings in the pig pen of the Thatcher farm. Overwhelmed by the enticing aromas, the pigs decided they were tired of slops. While the rooster Distracted Farmer Nathaniel and the pigs plodded into the garden, where they piled beans and chopped chilies. That night the pigs ate nachos, though nobody was quite certain where the pigs got the nacho cheese sauce. The delightful deliciousness of cheese and chilies hung over the barnyard, and the pigs said, "Ole!" As everyone knows, when the passion for southwestern cuisine takes hold of farm animals, and so many sumptuous, spicy, savory scents collide in the barnyard, it can only lead to one thing. Fiesta! The rooster got things organized, then returned to his fence post to watch for a good enchilada recipe. The horses decorated the barn. The bull practiced his Mexican hat dance, though nobody was quite certain where the bull got the sombrero. Oh, the animals are having so much fun right now. And the chickens, ducks, and pigs snuck into the garden. But all of their spicy southwestern supplies were gone. The scallions had been stolen, the peppers had been pilfered, the limes had been lifted. It's all gone. That is a big problem. But there were slurpings in the kitchen of the Nathaniel farm, stirred by the succulent smell in the barnyard. Mrs. Nathaniel had decided to make tamales for the county fair. A saucy sweetness hung over the farmhouse kitchen, and Mrs. Nathaniel said, "Ole!" Disappointed, the animals canceled the fiesta. That evening, the chickens ate their chicken feed. The ducks ate their fish, and the pigs ate their slop. But while the Nathaniels were at the fair, the rooster crept into the kitchen and borrowed a French cookbook. The next morning, the rooster ate crepes with white grapes and champagne sauce, though nobody was quite certain where the rooster learned how to read. A satisfied smile stretched over the rooster's beak, and the rooster said, "Oh la la!" And that's the end of our story. Now, boys and girls, in the story today, there was a problem. I want you to think about what was the problem in this story. How did the characters solve the problem? I wonder what your answers are going to be. Thank you for joining me today. I can't wait to meet with you again tomorrow.